You are fully booked. Your clients love you. You're doing the work, putting in the hours, and yet somehow at the end of the month, you look at your bank account and you're like, where did it all go? If that hits a little close to home, you're not alone. And more importantly, you're probably not doing anything wrong. I'm Sherry Doran. I've been a behind the chair hairstylist for almost 40 years. I own a salon and I have that six-figure career. I mentor stylists and I have lived this exact feeling. So today we're going to talk about one of the most common and most quietly frustrating problems in our industry: inconsistent income. What causes it, why it keeps happening, and most importantly, what you can actually do about it. Stay with me because by the end of this video, you're going to see your career in a completely different light. But before we dive in, I want you to do a quick check-in with yourself. Raise your hand or, just nod along if any of this sounds familiar. The holidays hit and you are slammed. Back-to-back appointment, everyone wants to look amazing, and the money is flowing. Then January comes and it's quiet. Too quiet. Then tax season rolls around, everybody's got their returns, and suddenly your books are full again. Summer comes and you hit another lull. Sound familiar? Here's what that cycle is doing to you. It's making it impossible for you to plan. It's making you feel like you always have to be in hustle mode because the slow times are always coming. And when you're in hustle mode, you're not building anything. You're just surviving. And that is not the career that you signed up for. Let me share something personal with you. About 12 years into my career, I made a huge move. I went from building my clientele in a huge city to starting over in a tiny little town. And I remember thinking, okay, I've done this before. I know what I'm doing. But here's the thing. When you strip away the busy environment, that steady stream of walk-ins, the built-in referral network of a big city salon, you start to realize how much of your income was actually circumstantial, how much of it was the environment doing a lot of the work for you. And I had to get really honest with myself. I didn't have a strategy. I had a hustle. And hustle without strategy is just expensive chaos. The beauty industry teaches us how to do the work. It does not teach us how to run our financial life. And that gap, that is why so many talented beauty professionals work themselves to the bone and yet still feel like they have nothing to show for it. Here's a statistic that stopped me in my tracks. The average annual salary for a beauty professional is around $32,000 to $33,000. In an industry that generates over $90 billion in the US alone, that's a serious disconnect between what this industry produces and then what the people in it take home. That's not a talent problem. That's a system problem. And systems can be fixed. So why does income feel so unpredictable even when you're fully booked? Let's break it down. Reason number one, we are seasonal by default, but we don't plan for it. The beauty industry has natural peaks and valleys, holidays, tax season, back to school, slow summers. That's not new information. We all know that. But most beauty professionals don't plan around those cycles. We don't set money aside during the good months to cushion the slow ones. We don't use slow periods strategically to build new revenue streams. We just react. Reason number two, our pricing doesn't reflect our value or our costs. A lot of us set our prices based on what the salon down the street charges or what we think clients will pay. Emotional discounting, anyone? We are not factoring in our time, our overhead, our education, our expertise. And when you undercharge consistently, no amount of hustle is going to get you to financial stability. Reason number 3, we only rely on one income stream, services only. That's it. No retail strategy, no add-ons, no passive income, no packages, just appointment after appointment. One sick day, one slow week, and the whole house of cards kind of shakes, right? Here's what I want you to understand. This is not about working harder. You already are working hard. This is about working smarter with intention and a plan. So let's talk about what you can actually do. 3 things that can start shifting this right now. Number 1, map your calendar like a business owner. Look at your last 12 months. When were your busiest months? When were your slow ones? Now, plan for that. Set aside a percentage of your busy season income specifically for the slow months. Treat those lull periods as built-in time to work on your business. Outreach, refining your service menu, deepening client relationships, doing more social media. Number 2, do a pricing audit. When did you last raise your prices? Are your rates actually covering your costs, your time, your expertise? If you haven't revisited your pricing in the last year, that conversation is way overdue. You are not just selling a service, you are selling an experience, a relationship, a result. You need to price accordingly. Number 3, add one new income stream this quarter. Start small. Could you add a retail recommendation system that actually converts? A loyalty package for your top clients? An add-on service that takes 10 minutes but adds real value and real income? You don't need to reinvent your whole business. You just need one new stream to start. And here's the most important thing I can tell you about all of this. None of it works without clarity. You have to know who you are before you can know where you're going. And that's actually why I created CARE, the Clarity Experience. It's a focused one-on-one experience designed to help you get really clear on where you are right now, financially, professionally, personally, and what the most important next step for you is. It's not a long course, and it's not an overwhelming program. Think of it as a reset, a moment to step back and assess what's actually happening in your career and get a real, honest roadmap for what comes next. If you've been feeling like you're spinning your wheels, like you're working constantly but not making any real progress, CARE is designed specifically for that moment. And the link is in the description. Before I go, I want you to know I have a completely free resource that I want you to grab. It's called 3 Minutes in the Morning, and it's a simple daily practice that I use every single day to set the tone for my day mentally and professionally. It takes literally 3 minutes. It costs nothing, and it can genuinely shift how you show up. We've talked today about why your income feels inconsistent, even when you're working your ass off, and what you can start doing about it right now. But here's the thing. Inconsistent income is just one piece of a bigger picture. Next week, we're going to talk about something nobody in this industry really wants to admit. What happens when you come off of a busy season and instead of feeling proud, you just feel empty? We're going to talk about why that happens and what to do when the hustle stops feeling worth it. Trust me, you don't want to miss this one. Until then, I want to leave you with this. It is your life and it is your career, and you can define it your way. I'm Sherry Doran, and I'll see you next week.